going on, guys? You could tell the unprofessional opening that Jeff isn't here. but welcome in to Fireflies Forever. Of course, we're here on a different night tonight because we had to miss Tuesday, which sometimes happens. But we're here, and we've got basically like a double dose here tonight. So we got this. This may end a little sooner than normal because we don't have a ton of stuff to talk about tonight, but we'll do our best. And then 7:45, come back and join us for the TNA stream tonight. Should be a really good one. A lot of stuff going on that. We have Xia Li's debut tonight. We have Joe Hendry and Frankie Kazarian for the #1 contender. So a lot of stuff going on TNA. So come and join us for that at 7:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Jeff should be back by then. He's getting some stuff done, like medical tests that he had to go for. So yeah, hello. Welcome, Dylan, Jeremy, and Howdy and Wyatt Sicks. Hello. And welcome, Chris. What's going on, man?
Not much. Doing good.
Yeah. I watched the McMahon documentary, man. I binged it.
Oh, did you?
I did.
I haven't had a chance to check it out yet.
I
heard
did.
there's nothing we didn't already know, but I heard there's still some interesting stuff to check out, behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah, essentially, yeah. Like, I found it to be mostly about the history of WWE. It really wasn't necessarily stuff that people would have thought they would have asked him in particular. It was just a lot of like how he took over for his dad and how he became an announcer, and then all that through that, and then, the legal stuff, the steroid stuff, all that, and everything like that. Of course, they went through, and then probably when they're going to get to the good stuff at the end, he didn't show up for the very last episode because that was when all the controversial stuff lately happened. So yeah, I did a little quick review on it for a channel earlier and kind of told people because I know people are, and with good reason, are turned off by him now and maybe not want to watch it. And I said it gets a little risque around the Attitude Era part, and you start to kind of really see like why he could have been doing this bad stuff. You kind of start to get it, and it's like, it gets a little gross at that point. So, if you want to go and watch it for the historical stuff, go ahead and just, when you get to the Attitude Era, probably the part you may not want to watch. But yeah. So I binged it last night. I kind of forgot all about it. And then my sister and my brother-in-law told me it was on. So I went on and checked it out, but we are here obviously to talk about the Wyatt Sicks and all that good stuff that's going on. We didn't get much, obviously, but we're getting the QR codes again. We're getting a lot of back information, like little cryptic teases and stuff like that. But we really don't know, and we'll talk about this when we get to the theory. We really don't know when any of this is going to happen because we're kind of in a limbo now. We got Bad Blood coming up, and we've got, so we got changes to the shows being made, going from one place to another. So we're not really sure when all of this is going to take place. I mean, if they really wanted to, and I don't know if people would be happy about it, they could draw this out for a while and kind of wait until things get a little more settled after Christmas, after the holidays, even if they really wanted to.
Do something wild and crazy for the Netflix debut.
Yeah, exactly. So that could be. I mean, we don't really know. So we're kind of in a holding pattern with that. But we're going to start off the show as we always do with some memories from Chris. Chris introduced this video that we've got here.
So I found this the other day, a little gem from years ago that I doubt most people have seen. This was Logan's first time, for around the first time anyway. I don't know if it was necessarily the first, but around the first time when he just started walking, me and Jodie, with him in there, and she's the one taking the camera, so you don't see her, but you hear her and stuff, and it's really cool, She loved Logan so much, and he was a really special time when he was little like that.
Awesome. All right, well, we're going to show you guys that video right now.
Come here. Good job, buddy. Yay. Go get Daddy. Yay! You coming back?
That's always so. I can't. Oh my gosh, that brings back memories. I can't even remember that long ago from when my.
Oh, I know. It was like 2019.
Oh my gosh, yeah. It's a special moment when your parents when your kids start to walk and stuff like
And
that.
it's cool nowadays with camera phones, we can have it on video. You know, my older daughters, I don't have any of that stuff on video.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, no, we don't either. Yeah, no doubt. It's and when they start getting mobile like that, and then all of a sudden, look out, because then they're going to be everywhere and anywhere.
Oh yeah, we had to child-proof the apartment back then.
Yep, absolutely.
That wasn't too long after that he started taking up the stairs.
Oh man, well that's awesome, and as always, we thank you for doing that and sharing that with us. Really, really appreciate that. Love it. Love to see all the awesome memories that you have of Jodie, and of course, everybody misses her as well. So we got a few more stragglers in. We got James Chat. Hello, James. We got John G and Brandon. Hello. All right, we're going to move forward here, and we've got the music spotlight of the week. Chris, I don't know if you have anything you want to spotlight. I know Jeff has something in here that he has on the video, but if there's anything you want to talk about music-wise.
I was just going to mention that the song there, if you guys caught the Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes promo that they did, that was awesome. This was the song that it was behind it. I heard when I first watched that, I heard that song. I'm like, what is this song? I have to find out. It's awesome. And this is what it is. It's called I Am the Storm by Vo Williams, and Titus O'Neil does like the intro and stuff on it. But yeah, if anybody else heard it and wondered what it was, because it is an awesome song, that's what it is.
We'll probably get in trouble for this, but I'll play a little bit of it. Here we go.
Picture, if you will, the mightiest of storms, a clash of elements that gives birth to chaos. That is the essence of who we are. We are not idle bystanders. We are the storm itself. Fierce and unyielding, raging against any threat that seeks to dominate us. Ours is a tale of unrivaled power, unwavering determination, and relentless passion. A never-ending story of a tempest-born, thunderous force that refuses to be contained.
There you go. I don't want to play too much, or we'll definitely get killed. But there it is. Yeah, that was Titus. I had no idea when I saw that, and like Chris did, I was looking for it too when I heard it during that Roman Reigns and Cody promo, which was fire, by the way.
Oh, I've watched that a couple of times. That was amazing.
It was so well done. Like with Roman coming in with like the four cars with him, and coming into that field in the middle, and the football field right in the middle.
I heard Rob P was on location, helped out with that.
Yeah, that was really an amazingly done promo. Very cinematic. It reminded me of like the COVID stuff that they were doing. Yeah, very, very cinematic. Because you would imagine they'd go to a place like that when it was empty, nobody in there at the time, and stuff like that. But yeah, very, very good. And the music was on point. This is really good. This is available now. You can get it on Apple Music. It's Vo Williams, Titus O'Neil, and Sonia Bryson Kirksey that made this, and it's really, really good song. It's one of those songs that you can get, go to a gym, get pumped up to, lift some weights, to get you fired up. So yeah, really, really good stuff for this. Yeah, for sure. Awesome song. The only thing I'll mention is if you are a fan of, like I have been pretty much my whole life, Sting and the Police. Sting's got a new song out. He's got like a 3-piece band too, so it's almost kind of like when he was with the Police. The song's called I Wrote Your Name, and it's very guitar driven, so kind of different for what Sting has done lately. But yeah, it's pretty good. The first single released off of it, I did see he's doing a tour. I was lucky enough to see when the Police reunited back years ago, and I got to see them in Philadelphia, which was amazing. And I got to see Sting by himself as well. So if he comes near you, he is an amazing artist, amazing musician. If you happen to get a chance to see him, go and do that. So, but yeah, the Tribal Nightmare, says James Chadwick. All right, so we're going to move on to some artwork here. We did get some artwork that Chris sent over, so we'll go through it here. And of course, as always, if any of you guys has any artwork that you want to be shown on the show, please make sure that you either email it to us at Insiders Wrestling Podcast at gmail.com, or you can always send it to us on X as a DM and do it that way as well. So, all right, and there it is right there, Insiders Wrestling Pod at gmail.com if you have any artwork to show. Okay, So here we go. We're gonna go through this. I'll see if I can embiggen this at all, or maybe not. Let's see. Let me see here. There we go. Now that's about as big as I can get it, I guess. All right. So this is the first one. Chris, what did you? Oh, this is Jason Baker.
Yeah, Jason Baker posted this one. I'm assuming it's something he did himself.
And he has music to it from Rob Zombie. That looks very comic book-esque.
Oh yeah, I love that art style.
Oh,
that would make such a cool comic. I don't know if it's something he's working on or what, but yeah, he posted that on. He just posted on his Instagram story the other day.
That really makes me wonder. I wonder if they're actually going to do some sort of a graphic novel that we've all been. I mean, Jodie had been asking for that for a long time.
Yeah, I hope so.
Oh
I need
that. That would be so badass. Some of you may ask, like, why the colors look different. This is very classically done. Like, I can remember when they first came out with Star Wars books years ago, and the original Marvel comic for Star Wars had Darth Vader, and he was green. The side of him was green. And I thought, why does it look green? Well, sometimes when they mess around with blacks on comic art and stuff like that, it for some reason comes out with like a green type look to it when they're trying to mess with shadows. And this could just not be done all the way. So this is pretty awesome. Yeah, like if they're doing a graphic novel or a comic book.
Yeah, it seems like it may have been like a tease or something.
Yeah, that would be amazing if they're going to do something like that, especially with Jason involved and other things. Oh my God, I would absolutely love that. We could get so many things if they do this. Because we could get so much of the stories that we weren't able to see, like the backstory.
And what a great way to continue on with the Fiend. And like this.
Yeah,
it'd be a good way to do it without trampling on Bray's legacy or anything like that.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, no doubt. That's awesome. That's really, really cool. Definitely comic book style. I love it. All right, next up we have, this is from Gabe. It says, "We're here." And then, of course, you have the Wyatt Sicks. You got them with they all have the red eyes in there. And I like it. I like it. It's written in kind of it almost like, I'm trying to think, it reminds me of, I read a comic that it turned into a movie years ago called 30 Days of Night. With
I've heard of that.
The comic book was really good and it got made into a movie, the movie was okay. The movie's okay. But the comic book is really, really good. And they tend to now, when you do horror comics, a lot of them tend to have like demonic people, possessed people. Instead of the white eyes in the comics, they do red. So yeah, this is another one that looks very, very cool. Yeah, I like it. Gabe, I don't know if you did that, but that's pretty awesome. Very, very comic book style to that. But yeah, I love it. What do you think, Chris?
Very, very sinister and dark.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
Especially looks like Mercy.
Looks like a dark setting too, like to the whole thing.
And then Abby is just, you can't not have Abby look creepy no matter how you do her.
Absolutely. Yes, absolutely. No, I love this. I think that's awesome. We got another one here. This is from Hoyt. Hoyt Self, it looks like, up in the top. I drew this as supposed to be the Wyatt Sicks as kids on Halloween. I tried. Not as good as I wanted to be, but pretty cool. Look, that's
really good.
Yeah, I thought it came out very well. Yeah, like people dressed like kids dressed up as the Wyatt Sicks. Yeah, I like it, man. You got Abby down at the bottom, and you got Mercy in the back, and
I like how she's just sitting there like with the candy bucket.
With the way, yeah, I dig that, man. I think it looks cool. Yeah, I think it looks really good. Way better than I could ever draw.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we're gonna. This was amazing. This was, of course, Jeff Hardy. What work he put into this too. Like even the eyes, like when he blinks his eyes, he painted his eyes with the yellow eyes like the Fiend used to have. Man, I don't know how long he was at that. I mean, this could be a good 5, 6, 7 hours of work that he might have done on this. But what an amazing tribute. And of course, Matt shared it to his Twitter account, saying what an amazing tribute to Wyndham. And this is just amazing. I wouldn't be surprised. I think Jeff mentioned this. I wouldn't be surprised if we see some people doing this for Halloween. now that he kind of gave people the template to do it.
Yeah.
A lot of people can't wear masks, right? Like if vinyl masks, sometimes they're allergic to it. So sometimes you rather do stuff like that with the makeup. But man, this is
that was just incredible.
Yeah, it really is. And of course, this was a match from the TNA show for last week, actually, that this happened on. So it was really cool, man. And like I said, when he was blinking his eyelids shut and you'd see the yellow eyes of
he
the
came
Fiend.
walking out of the dressing room there. It's like, whoa, I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, it was really, really cool. It was really, really well done by Jeff Hardy. All right, so we are coming up to this part of the show. We're going to get into it now, and the theories. Before we do, I'm just going to do this quick because I know I'll forget if I don't. So let me just throw this out there. If you are new to the channel, please make sure that you subscribe. Make sure you hit the like button on the stream for us tonight, and also hit that notification bell to be notified about when we have future content. I did put out a live video a little bit earlier today. It was only about 26 minutes or so long, and that is all about my review on the McMahon documentary, which I watched last night. I binged it, watched the whole thing, so you'll get my thoughts on that. If you're leery about watching it, I'll be honest, I kind of was a little bit with everything going on with Vince and everything now. Check the video out. You'll get a good synopsis of what it is. Make your determination about if you want to watch it after that. So check that out if you get a chance. All right. So we pretty much got not much. We're back to QR codes and clues and stuff, guys. I don't really know how long this is going to go. Chris and I talked about this before the show started a little bit. But yeah, we're back to getting the little clues and everything. Kind of thought we might be now after the whole feud with American Made is done and they're on to other things. We kind of figured we would, because it does seem like the talk is that they're going to SmackDown eventually. We just don't know when. So we're at this point now where we're going to have to be a little patient again, because we're not 100% sure exactly when they're going to make the move and they're going to be showing up next. So we got the QR code, and then there's the real one. If you haven't seen it, you can certainly go ahead and scan it there and look for yourself, but I'm sure most of you all have seen it by now. And then we got this little thing next, of course, to the GM of SmackDown, which again probably means that they're going to SmackDown. But we'll talk a little bit about this. Chris, did you go and scan the QR code right away when it came out and check everything out?
I did not. I was unprepared. It came on so fast I couldn't do it. But I watched Steve Wrestling's recap video on it because I saw that some people posted it. Just pointed to the site that was already there and just added a couple things to it. So I went to watch his video to see what was added.
All I will say is that the video for this that was accompanying this was freaking creepy.
Oh yeah,
dude! I'm listening to this and it's like because I watched it later, and it had to be about like 1 o'clock in the morning, and I'm sitting there watching this at like 1 in the morning. Here, let me see if I have it. I might have it.
We listen, we wait. Your show does the serpent in the weeks. We reveal him to the world. We watch, we listen. We wait. I hear your voice, words like thunder, without making a sound. We watch, we listen, we wait. You have laid out the path before us. Your will be done. We watch, we listen, we wait.
That is creepy as all hell. That machine stuff, whatever that machine stuff is, that they have that they do the voices with that. Holy crap, is that creepy?
It's like straight out of a horror movie. You can just hear someone talking to people like that.
Man, that voice, we watch, we listen, we wait. It's like, oh my God, dude, that's like nightmare stuff. But yeah, so, we got that, the little snippet there. We got some other clues and stuff like that they went through. This is getting filled up again. Of course, this kintsugi is getting filled up again. They even had another picture of the psychologist as well that they had out on Twitter again. So they're bringing her back. So I don't know, Chris. It almost kind of seems like, we're going back to this again. And I guess in a way, and give me your opinion on this, in a way, it's kind of cool. They can always resort back to this if they need to, and just keep putting like new stuff in this if they want to kind of take a little break like they're doing now.
Yeah, it's a good way that, obviously, I think it's good that they're not on TV every single week and having matches constantly. It would wear out quick doing that. So yeah, it's a good way to build those lull periods. I'm really hoping that we see something from them at Bad Blood. It seems awful fitting, especially that nothing's been happening. I'm hoping that maybe they attack their next target at Bad Blood, or something happens there significantly. I think that may be why we're just kind of getting not much right now. But the thing that really, I think they're just really hammering home right now, they're making it all about how important Bray is in this, that they're there to do whatever Bray wants them to do. They're really hammering that point home with all the stuff of My Life for You and all the things that they've added in there and mentioning in the videos and stuff, is that they're here to do whatever Bray wants them to do. Listen to the words of the Red. So it's interesting to see. You're going to find out what is Bray telling them. I think that's the big question right now, but we know that they're definitely going to do what he wants them to do.
Yeah, for sure. And there was always some stuff that there's been some stuff too that made it seem like they are recruiting Braun. And there's been some little hints.
Yeah, there wasn't in this QR code. There was something else that was added. It was like a blurry picture of Rowan in the sheep mask and Braun in the black sheep mask. Yeah, and the one before had Braun with the letters mixed up. So yeah, it's interesting to. I'm not quite sure what to make of it, because Braun has said multiple times that he isn't interested in it. Was wanting to stay away from them. So I don't know. Maybe that's just a tease that might come at some point. I don't know.
It could even be like, who knows if they're going to be the only ones that move? Like, man, it could even be like, because it does seem to me like this Bronson and Braun thing is probably coming to a head. And that once that happens, then where do they go from here? Now, it does make sense if he is going to move over with them, that it could be Bronson that may be bringing that monster back out of him again. In all
they're
of the
about to have a last monster standing match on Raw.
They are. Right. So it could be that might be a transition for him to go back to being the monster. And that's what he was when he was in with the Wyatts. So
or I'm wondering if maybe he realizes that that's what he needs to become and to be able to beat Bronson Reed, and so he turns to the Wyatt Sicks to help him turn into that monster to beat Bronson Reed.
Yeah, that could be too. James says, I don't think they're trying to recruit him. I think it's just them reaching out to him saying, if you need help, we are here for you, brother. Maybe. Yeah, it could be. It could certainly be. Tweeted something from Jason.
Do that.
Yeah. Tweeted something from Jason Baker, not Wyatt related. Can finally talk about this. The Tom Savini and I have now been working on a new Killer Clowns game. Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Oh, I heard about that. That looks awesome.
2 icons of horror.
I didn't know they were working on it, though.
Look at this. Two icons of horror heading to Killer Clowns from Outer Space, the game. To Killer Clowns with Elvira and Tom Savini on humanity's side. These clown invaders are going to need more than just cotton candy. So that's pretty cool. So they have an Elvira and a Tom Savini character that you can play against the Killer Clowns. That's awesome.
Wow.
That's very cool. That's very, very cool. That's awesome. Thanks for sharing, James. That's cool. But yeah, look, I don't know, like to your point, yes, they are talking a lot and referring to words of the Red. They're talking about Bray a lot again, and how he, and like I said, maybe this is what this is going to be. Maybe in between these feuds, when the feuds end, maybe again that they're okay. Bray never really feuded with anybody from that faction. So he really didn't have anything to do with that faction. So maybe what they're saying here, Chris, is that they're getting focused. Maybe they're saying, you know what, we're okay, we're done with that, but we're getting focused now and back towards something that Bray would have wanted us to do. And in that case, if they are going to SmackDown, theorize, like, who would you think? I mean, obviously, the obvious one is the Bloodline, because of those guys. However, the Bloodline is so different now, and really, the person who wronged him was Roman Reigns, not necessarily really Jimmy or Jey Uso or any of them. It was strictly Roman.
Yeah.
So I don't even know that particular thing would make sense, going to that. But yeah, so what are your thoughts on that? If they are going to SmackDown, who would you think that they would be looking to go after there?
Yeah, I feel like the Bloodline's probably still way, way down the road. It's maybe a year or two away. I think we'll get that at some point, but I think that there's still just way too much for them to tie up with the feuding amongst the Bloodline themselves, which we'll probably get at War Games. I think that I'm wondering if that like you said, all the stuff with pointing back to the words of the Red and stuff means that maybe they're gonna start going after people that wronged Bray at some point. And like that, the message you just played got me thinking about Randy, because it mentions a serpent, it mentions voices, and things that tie back to Randy. So I wonder if he could end up being the target for them.
Yeah, the chat agrees with you. John G and James both saying Randy Orton. And Randy's not really in any sort of current feud at all either. So it looks like he's maybe taking some time away. So that could make a lot of sense, where they might indeed be doing that. And yeah, I don't know. I mean, you could always, if you want to have it more than one person, where it's not just them ganging up on them and it's not going to be a one-on-one match. I mean, Kevin and Randy were kind of a tag team for a while. KO was. Now they don't really have beef with KO, but if KO wanted to kind of stand up for, and help him, in that respect, that maybe you could.
KO kind of like, you were not really sure about him right now. He's kind of turned against Cody a little bit. He's not really not liking Cody and Roman teaming. So it seems like Kevin might be turning heel, and so that might give them more of a reason to include him in that. Yeah. So that could possibly be. I mean, if they're gonna make the rounds and kind of go from most recent to further away, I mean, Randy Orton would be the one, because he would be the one who most Bray never even really got to get his revenge from getting burned by Randy.
No, he didn't.
Like the cost him of that.
Yeah, he didn't. Yeah, for sure. So if Randy is going to be, obviously he's kind of out of the title picture now, losing to Gunther. So if he's going to be available, really not have anything going on. Now, a lot of people did think that Randy might turn on. Well, no, this might be a good piece to the puzzle though too, Chris, because people were saying.
I still think eventually it will be him and Cody going.
Well, that's what I was going to allude to. Like, maybe the Wyatt Sicks go back to, like you said, go back to kind of what Bray was doing. Well, maybe they're going to get Randy to turn heel. Yeah, and then go back, and then you'll have Randy as heel go after Cody
because Randy's not going to go after Cody as a face, and he's definitely been a face recently. So so he has to turn heel before he can go after Cody. So it very well could be what does it. I like that. Yeah, I've wanted to see that for so long. Like, see Randy get what's coming to him. It needs to happen. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, and maybe the tormenting of this group and however they're going to do it, or whoever's going to, attack him or whatever, maybe they kind of like go back to, because, when Jodie was on the show, she used to talk about that a lot. Like, Bray is turning people different things. When they wrestle him, something changes, right? He changes people. So maybe they're going to kind of go back to that a little bit. Not saying they're going to do it to everybody, but maybe. And look, they already kind of did it with American Made. American Made was just them. They were just a group. He had a shattered group there, and then he got people back together. Now they formed this whole new kind of group and everything. So, maybe they're going to kind of go back that direction, and maybe that's where they'll go with Randy Orton. Hello, Alicia. How are you? Speaking of American Made, how great was it when they were talking to the New Day and Xavier Woods like, "Look, Uncle Howdy." And
that was good. Yeah, and they all got like.
They need to keep doing that. Whoever they talk to needs to go, "Oh, Uncle Howdy's behind you."
Yeah, that was really funny. And then of course, Gable was like, we're done with them. We don't want to talk about them anymore. We're done with them. Yeah. Yeah, that was funny, man. That was good. Who the heck knows what's going on with the New Day either, man? Who knows with them, man? They might be turning bad.
Xavier Woods on Kofi 100%.
Yeah, man.
I see a lot of people say they don't want to see it. Honestly, I like it. You know, the New Day's been around for so long. I think it's time for a change. Especially,
I agree.
It didn't seem like, I don't know, we don't know if Big E's ever going to be able to wrestle again. And
yeah, I think they need a change. Sometimes in wrestling, you just need to change things.
They just don't work as well without Big E, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. And I don't know that we've never heard anything saying that Big E would ever return to a ring again. So yeah, I agree. I think that and they tried it with that one wrestler who I don't even know if he's with WWE anymore. They tried to insert him
fired because of some kind of a scandal or something.
Yeah. So much for that. Yeah.
So.
James says, like the Fiend turned Daniel Bryan back to the Yes Movement version of his best self. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like that's what Bray would do. So maybe they're gonna adopt that, and they're gonna do that, and maybe that's what we'll see. You know, like going forward with this. And if that's true, I'm sure we'll start to get more and more like clues and stuff like that from these QR codes that may point to where they're going and what direction that they're going in. But
and I think that gives them a lot more potential too, because now they've established that they can go after people, you know, that wronged their family or whatever, or they could go after people that wronged Bray. Like they have an endless amount of story. Yeah,
100%. So we'll make this a little bit interactive because, again, we don't have too much to talk about because we only got these couple little things tonight. So, yeah, what if you guys in the chat, let us know. Who would you all like to see? Now, presuming they're going to SmackDown, which is, you know, pretty evident by the fact that, like I said, we got these things. So that's pretty evident that they will be going there. But who would you like to see them feud with? Now, we talked about Randy Orton, but who are some others that you would like to see? And I don't know, maybe shout out some other ones that haven't necessarily been like, but besides Roman and the Bloodline, like think of some people who you would like to see them, you know, come into contact with or have a feud with or something. And even if you want to split them up a little bit, like if you want to go Bo by himself and then go the tag team route and then go with Nikki as well against someone. Who are some of the people you would like to see? Now, James says Judgment Day. Yeah, Judgment Day I could see for sure. Judgment Day I could see because you already have them, you know, they're turning on families. They've done all that stuff. You know, now you got this new version of the Judgment Day with Finn Balor, and we know Bray's got history with Finn Balor. So
yeah, they need to bring the demon back out of Finn.
Yeah. That would have been a good idea for them to do. They're going up against Damian Priest, even bring back the demon Balor. That would have been pretty cool. Yeah, for sure. I mean, they would be a good fit too because they have Liv in there now, so Liv can kind of go up against Nikki. And then you know you have the other guys in there could be the tag team easy, and then you could have Finn go up against Uncle Howdy. So that would
definitely see that once they're done with Rhea and Damian.
Yeah, I think that would be a good one. I think that would be a good one for sure. I love me some Big E. Yeah, for sure. Same thing here. Anybody else, Chris, you can think of that you'd want to see them like go up against, especially on SmackDown? You know who I wouldn't mind seeing because I think he needs a little bit of a freshening up. Is LA Knight.
Yeah.
And again,
cool to return to that.
He had a feud with Bray, right? He had that feud with Bray. So we don't know how that was going. We don't know if that was going to go any further than that Mountain Dew thing that they had. So maybe they would want to revisit that, even if it's Bo. Have something going on with LA Knight. Because again, LA Knight to me is like
and Bo jumped off the thing onto LA Knight during the end of that match too.
100%.
So yeah, there's definitely something there they could do.
Yeah, 100%. And you could even have LA Knight instigate it. Like you can have him come out and when they show up there, you're gonna have him kind of come out and call them out and be like, "Hey, last time you left me laying in this thing, you jumped down on me, you know. So I want a piece of you," and have it start out that way. I think that would be.
I'll tell you who I think would be cool for them to go against, and they could definitely. There's plenty of wrongs and stuff that he's done that they could go after him for. Is Logan Paul.
Oh man!
I think that's a really good feud.
Yeah. Logan Paul. Now that he lost the title and stuff like that, he hasn't been in wrestling as much anymore. But oh my gosh, could you imagine? Like Bo Dallas and Logan Paul in a match. That would be a hell of a match.
Yeah,
that would be an awesome match, man. Still pissed we didn't get Fiend against Demon Balor. Yeah, I know. We all wanted to see that for sure. I think it was mentioned on this show. We mentioned a couple times Karrion Kross's group might be a good one too, because that's another one that just they need like a boost.
Yes.
They need something to get them going. And I love Karrion Kross. I know Jodie did. Too. Yeah. So I would like to see something with them, get them back in the limelight a little bit. Nikki versus Rosemary versus Wendy Chu, Mad Hatter Tea Party. Oh my God. Could you imagine?
That would be cool. That would be crazy.
Could you imagine that? Oh my God.
I don't know if you could watch that one though. Somebody's gonna go backwards and upside down. And
that might be, that could be a problem. Yeah. You know where that would be a good one for Alicia would be Halloween Havoc.
Yes.
And NXT's awesome. Halloween Havoc, have Nikki go down there and have a Halloween Havoc match. That would be, oh my God, that'd be amazing. But yeah, I don't know if I'd watch it though. Yeah, man. Like, and then I want to talk to you guys too, and we'll chat about this a little bit too. So the Latino World Order, LWO, says Jeremy Dunderman, that'd be definitely different. He's, never really gone after Rey Mysterio or anybody like that, but that would be a different feud for sure. Not somebody that they've ever gone after before. So I want to talk to you guys and Chris, obviously, as well. And we have discussed this subject a little bit on here, but it seems to come up every single week when the Wyatt Sicks are involved. And that is Alexa Bliss. Yeah. Now, every single time, man, every single time. I know C saw that thing that was laying on the shelf and they thought it might be the Lily doll. And you could see some stuff that kind of like with the circles and the eyes kind of resembles it. I don't personally think it is.
I think that was people seeing what they wanted to see.
I think so too. Personally. I think so too. And of course, Alexa kind of did say something on her Instagram about see you soon or something like that. I know that she wrote on Instagram. So everybody kind of going ballistic.
I think she is playing off of that. Just
I do too.
Buzz.
Yeah, I do too. I do too. I still, and I think we're in agreement here because we've talked about this before, but I still just the makeup of this group. I know that there are so many people that are such big Alexa Bliss fans. And listen, I get it. I understand it, and they've been fans of hers probably even before the Wyatt thing. And then when she started with the whole Bray stuff and everything like that, it just went to another level. But I don't know. I'll say it again. I just don't think she fits in with the group. I just don't see it. And I don't want Nikki Cross to get overshadowed. And that, to me, that's what the writers have to be thinking of, because that is exactly what's going to happen.
The whole group would be overshadowed by
her. They would be. You're right, because she is right up there, I think, to some fans with Bray. Mm-hmm. Right up there with Bray. And I think at that point, then they're going to look to her as being, well, then she should end up being the leader of this group, because she was partnering up with Bray. So she should be the leader of this group. And that's I don't think it's a good fit. I just don't. Yeah. I love what Nikki's doing in the group. I love the part she's playing. I even got into it a little bit on Twitter, on our Twitter. I posted that, like my opinion on Twitter. Somebody's like, no, Nikki's not doing anything great. There's no, who cares? But I'm like, come on, man. Oh. Did you not see her in that match?
I mean, yeah, she's scary as hell.
yeah, 100%.
I don't never that scary.
No, and I don't know where they were going to go with her. I don't know if the character was going to go anywhere after that WrestleMania where she turned into that, whatever that was, that demon persona. I don't know. I don't know where it was going to go. I honestly, I don't know if they knew where it was going to go.
Yeah. It was a mess back then.
It really was. And I agree. I think it's fine. I think the group is fine as it is right now. If they welcome in another member, it would be a truly 6 people at that point, and not having the Lantern be the 6th person like we're all thinking now. So, I mean, but I don't know. I kind of like it as it is. I'm not, and it's nothing against.
I really don't want to see any more members at it. I like it the way it is. I think it's good, and just as it is, I really don't want to see anymore. I mean, and then as far as she goes, I just don't understand how people can just gloss over the facts and what happened. there's no way they're just going to let her waltz right into the Wyatt Sicks.
Right.
Oh, sure, come right in and join after what happened. Like,
Right.
are we forgetting what happened at WrestleMania? Like,
I think they put it in the back of their
like
minds,
you
or
said, maybe a
right.
target, but even then, I don't know. I just don't see a fit for her with them at all. At least not right now.
Yeah, I agree. So look, I mean, ultimately, guys, she cost Bray the match.
Yeah,
she turned on
she
Bray
turned
Wyatt.
yeah, exactly.
Yes, she turned on Bray Wyatt and
Everyone
cost him
wants
the
to
match.
forget that.
Mhm. I think people just want to put that out of their minds.
And then even after that, like, you know, when Bray was off TV, like they tried to keep her gimmick going. It just got dumb, in my opinion. Like,
I
it
agree.
didn't make any sense as to what she was doing.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Like, it just got very hokey with the dolls and stuff and everything. Like, it
kind of wrote it off. And
yeah, I agree. I don't think they should go. That to me is going backwards in wrestling. And look, you know, we talked a little bit about Vince before. Maybe under his regime, we would see them go backwards. Under this regime, it doesn't seem like they're going to do that. I don't think that this creative team is interested in going backwards.
Mm-hmm.
I think they want to move forwards. And I also think that's the same with Bo. I think Bo wants to move forwards.
Yeah. Especially look at how much they've changed Uncle Howdy from the way he looked before and stuff. Yeah, they didn't pick right back up with what they were doing with that. So that's another thing. Good point too. Yeah, I think they want to go forward. I don't think they want to drag up some of that stuff. Like,
I agree. I still think she's fine if they want to have a match with her and Nikki. That's perfectly fine. They've had a feud before.
They had history anyway. So that could definitely work.
Yep. That's perfectly fine. I would be fine. In fact, if she comes back and look, I mean, here's another even more recent thing. Howdy was trying to recruit her. And you didn't see any action there. There was no movement to that. So obviously then Howdy could say, hey, you had your chance, but, you know, you rejected us. So now, you know, I'm sorry, we don't want to deal with you anymore. And then you can have her and Nikki interact. I think that's the best way to go with it. This way you can get her into the story a little bit if that's what she wants to be. And like I said, she took it very hard when Bray passed, as everybody did too. She knew him pretty well. And who knows, maybe she's like the stance that Braun has, where maybe she doesn't want to have that constant reminder, you know, and maybe that's where she's going to approach it from. We don't know, but I would just tell you.
Now a report supposedly came out, I saw the other day, that she's not even going to be back till sometime next year.
After Christmas. Yeah. See, I think C said that after Christmas. Yeah. I think people just need to temper their expectations with Alexa. I really do. I know that people
I'd be shocked if she came back and immediately did something with the Wyatt Sicks.
I would be too. I think they, number one, want to move forward. Number two, I think they don't want to necessarily dredge up the past. And that's exactly what that's going to do. That's why they put them in a feud with American Made. That was not a past feud. There was no past things going on there. It was something brand new. And I don't think they want to dredge up the past.
It was a good thing before that WrestleMania match. I liked what Alexa was doing. I thought Alexa and Bray worked really well together. But then after that, taking the Bray element out of it, and now obviously, you know, it's completely out of it. Like, she just doesn't work that way.
Yeah, I agree. I think that, I agree with you. I think that's going to be the case. I just don't see it. And I know that people get mad. They get mad at me whenever I mention stuff this, but hey, so be it. I listen, I get it. I get your Alexa Bliss fans. A lot of people are big, huge fans of Alexa. I get it.
I've always been a big Alexa Bliss fan.
Yeah,
I liked her goddess persona way more than the dark
same
Alexa
thing.
stuff.
Yeah, same thing. I did too. I think at that point with the Funhouse, they were kind of in that whole Vince McMahon type deal going on where they just, I don't think, kind of knew where they were going.
Yeah,
I think that they had her in there, and they were making it look like she was possessed, but then they really, I don't know. Then they didn't.
I think they were throwing stuff at the wall to see what sticks around that time period.
Yeah.
Another good point too. I like to bring up when we're talking about this too. I mean, think about the landscape of WWE right now as far as top female stars. I mean, you know, Sasha Banks left WWE and has been gone. She was one of the big draws. Charlotte Flair has been out hurt for quite a while now. Don't know when she's coming back. Becky is gone now from the company. Don't know when or if she's coming back. Like, they need some more top female stars, and Alexa always was one of their biggest stars. So
they do.
I can't see them bringing her back to have her do something else and not come in and be in the women's title picture and be one of their big stars again. They need it right now.
Yeah, they do need women for sure. Yeah, all of those people that you just mentioned that are out. I mean, they do. They got some young up and comers in there and stuff like that, but they need people
to have a big name that draws.
Yeah, they need a big name up there in that women's division and stuff, and she certainly can be that. So yeah, I would just temper your expectations.
Look who's the champion right now that has history with her too, Nia Jax. They could revisit that feud.
Very true. Yep, very true. I mean, she does have some history with Liv. She has history with Liv.
Yep.
So there's that. So if Liv continues to hold on to the title, you can have that happen somewhere down the road. If Rhea gets it, you can always have Alexa and Lee. Oh, that's perfect. Actually,
that would be an awesome match, Alexa and Rhea.
Yeah, man, bring Alexa back as a heel. And go after Rhea Ripley, because they had that whole tag team thing going on, and Rhea betrayed her. I mean, that writes itself. That's a perfect story to go back to. So
there's way too many factors that make a lot more sense than that. I get people want it and stuff, and are hoping it's going to happen. But yeah, I think people need to temper their expectations.
Agreed. I think that, and who knows? Maybe if it is after Christmas, maybe we won't even see her until the Rumble. Maybe we won't see her show up until the Royal Rumble, and that's where she'll end up coming out next week.
Yeah, I can see that as a surprise entrant. I'll pop for that. I'm going to be there.
Oh, nice! That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, Royal Rumble's in Indianapolis.
That's right. Yeah. Okay.
I'm waiting for tickets to go on, so I'm buying them day one.
Nice.
Royal Rumble's always been my favorite event, and it's never been here before. So
that's going to be a really interesting Royal Rumble. There's going to be TNA people at that.
Yeah.
Last year got Jordan Grace.
Somebody posted on Twitter the other day. They're like, who's your early predictions to win? And like, I feel like this is already setting up to be one of the most unpredictable ones ever. A lot of times we already have some indications of who might win. I have no clue who's going to win either one of them right now.
Yeah. Like it's going to be off the charts, and a lot of people are saying too.
CM Punk, since I'm going to be there, I would go crazy to see that.
Very well could happen. I mean, he has mentioned that he wants to go after the title. It'd be really interesting to see what his choice would be. Would we get him against Cody, or would we get him against whoever wins the title, right? Yeah. So, but yeah, it'd be very interesting. But I mean, yeah, it's going to be. People are saying Joe Hendry could be in the men's side of it this year.
See that for sure.
And it's Royal Rumble is going to be amazing.
That would be a huge pop to hear Joe Hendry's music
at
the Royal Rumble.
Oh my God. Yeah, it's going to be really, really awesome. I had a good match idea earlier, but no one's. Oh, did I miss you? What did you say? Oh, the Nikki versus Rosemary versus Wendy Chu. Yeah, I mentioned that. Did I miss one before that? Let me go back a little further and let me see. I don't think so. I didn't see any other ones. Are you talking about the Wendy Chu one? Yeah, we mentioned that.
Oh yeah, that was
we mentioned that. I thought it was awesome.
Halloween Havoc.
Maybe you just missed it. Yeah, that'd be a great Halloween Havoc match. But yeah, no, that's I agree. I think just people need to temper the expectations.
There's quite a few creepy women characters around now, especially with Renee and getting involved and stuff. Yeah, I would love to see Nikki mix it up with some of them.
Yeah, and I think really we'll see what they end up doing next. But I think, and I said this before too on the show, I think that they should maybe look into starting to break apart a little bit, and maybe go, have Nikki go after a woman, have Bo go after someone, and then have the tag team be, go after some tag teams and stuff like that. Maybe do that a little bit. As they're moving forward, just to try to again break things up a little bit. And you don't want to kind of just do all the factions, because eventually you are going to run out of factions eventually.
I think they need to do that, because they can't only go out. There's not enough factions to last very long with them only going after factions. So yeah, they definitely need to do that.
Yeah, for sure. Triple H announced earlier SummerSlam 2025 will be 2 nights. That's awesome. Yep. Yeah, man, Yeah, they're getting longer and longer, man, these pay-per-views. Longer and longer. Where's Abaddon and Su Yung? Sue is hurt, as far as I know. Abaddon, I don't know. She made a quick appearance in AEW recently, but I don't know. It's a great question. It's a great question. So Halloween Havoc will be fun. It always usually is.
Oh yeah, I love
it's
Halloween
usually a
Havoc.
good. Yeah, it's usually a good show to watch. So. All right, guys. Well, yeah, I mean, that's primarily what we talked about. We kind of dragged it out actually a little longer than I thought we would. But yeah, that's probably going to do it for us. We don't really have anything else to go over. But yeah, thank you all for joining us. I know it's a different night tonight. We had to do this because we couldn't make it on Tuesday. But we'll be back next week on Tuesday with more stuff. I'm sure it'll probably be more clues. And more codes and more stuff like that that'll be going on. Jeff should be here as well. Royal Rumble should be 2 nights. Can have the men's and women's Rumble in different nights.
I like that idea.
Yeah, that might not be a bad idea. Nah, hey, listen, where money talks, WWE will listen. So
I think eventually we'll probably see all the big 4 go to 2 nights.
yeah, you might. Yeah, you could very well have that happen.
Because like you said, it's more money.
Very true. More money, more merch, more being in a town for a long time. Absolutely. Oh, by the way, there are new Wyatt Sicks shirts out there, I believe. I saw them. They look pretty cool, man. I believe I did see
the new Bray Wyatt hoodie, the one that looks like the Fiend.
Oh, yeah. They look awesome.
Red and black stripes and has the hurt and healed. Looks like the gloves on the sleeves and the Fiend face on the hood. That's awesome.
Yeah, I think someone shared the shirts. I'm not exactly sure. I thought I had them, but no, I must not. Okay. But yeah, check it out in the shop if you want to get a brand new Wyatt Sicks shirt.
And they've got the original one marked down now already since they came out with new ones.
No, they're going to have probably new ones every 2 weeks now.
I can't believe we still haven't seen masks yet. It's got.
Oh, Chris, we've got Halloween coming, buddy.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's probably when they're going to shoot for that stuff. At the very least, we'll get the plastic, just the kids' masks.
October 1st, maybe we'll see.
Yeah, I would imagine we'll get the kids' masks. The regular masks, I think, take a little longer for them to get developed because they have the vinyl ones, like the all-over face masks and stuff, take a little while longer, I think, to make. So from the appearance of them, and of course, action figures and stuff like that won't come out till probably way down the line. I know that. I remember C mentioning that once they are seen on TV, it's usually a good year or a year and 6 months after that you'll see the action figures because that's how long it takes for them to get the pictures, the molds, and all of that kind of stuff and everything done. So they're expensive here. Yeah, well, they're not cheap here, unfortunately, either. But
yeah.
New day this week. No, Jesse, we just had it today because we couldn't make it on Tuesday. So we just switched it up and got together and decided we would have it today instead. So Jeff was supposed to be here, but unfortunately he had to go get some testing done. He has not been feeling well, so he had to go have a couple tests, blood work and that kind of thing. He should be back to join me for TNA in an hour, but we'll see. So, all right, guys, that's going to do it for us for this week for Fireflies Forever. We hope you had a good time. Thank you all for the participation and all of that good stuff. We appreciate that all the time. And yeah, thank you all for joining us for the show tonight. We appreciate you all. And hopefully we'll see you all next Tuesday for the next episode of Fireflies Forever at 6:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Again, join us for TNA later. It's going to be a big show. A lot of stuff going on that. So come out and check us out for that. And then I will let you know if we're going to be on Sunday. I don't know if there's anything going on this weekend pay-per-view wise. But if not, then we'll have a Between the Ropes on Sunday where we will talk about all that stuff. Check out my video for the McMahon documentary, which is on our channel right now. And yeah, we will see you all for the next one. Have a great night, guys. Stay safe. Be kind to one another always. And hopefully we will see you all for the next episode of Fireflies Forever. Have a good one, guys. We'll talk to you soon.